Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing you another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse Robin King action figure. Robin King is part of the Collect-A-Build or Build-A-Figure Darkfather wave. Robin King is Bruce Wayne from a different multiverse. As a child, he was very violent. He ended up actually killing his own parents. Eventually, he was inspired by Robin and took on the identity of Robin. He started gathering weapons that kill various superheroes, and eventually joined the Batman Who Laughs. So let's go ahead and check out the packaging here. As you can see at the top, 22 moving parts, McFarlane Toys, got the Spawn logo there, ages 12 plus, DC Multiverse, Robin King. Collect-A-Build Darkfather, this is the first of 4 figures you need to complete Darkfather. Here he is in the package. He comes with 2 alternate hands, totaling 4 interchangeable hands. He has a collector's card and display stand, and then he has the torso of Darkfather. One side of the package, Robin King, Dark Knight's Death Metal. Other side simply says Robin King. At the bottom, there's a bunch of credits, and there is a barcode in case that helps anybody. And then on the back side, here's Robin King posed up. We've got a checklist of all the parts you need to complete Darkfather, instructions how to make him, and then here is the rest of the wave. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all his accessories laid out. He does come with 2 alternate hands, totaling 4 interchangeable hands. He also comes with a display stand and a collector's card. But before we take a look at those accessories, let's take a look at the actual figure. So here's the Robin King, a younger, evil Bruce Wayne from the Dark Multiverse. When I first saw this figure, I was like, it's kind of sacrilegious putting a crown of thorns, but it looks like just crown of sticks. He's got that feathery sort of top of his coat there, and it's made of soft plastic. I think they did an excellent job. It looks fantastic. Kind of like chainmail around his head here. He's got his mask on, his mouth is open, he's smiling. He's got that black, yellow, red, and green Robin outfit. The Robin logo here, utility belt. His gloves here, almost has claws on his hands. Looks like single-jointed elbows. His cape is absolutely fantastically textured. This thing looks great. It feels good. You can see all the different wrinkles, simulated cloth material. Going further down, looks like double-jointed knees. Overall, I like it quite a bit. It looks like it probably shares some parts with Damian Wayne or possibly Crow Robin, and we'll look at that later. And his costume sort of resembles Damian Wayne's new costume in DC Comics. I could possibly see some people using this and customizing a newer version of Damian Wayne Robin. And here's the figure broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's look at his accessories. Let's start off with the boring stuff. Here's his display stand. Typical McFarlane stand, black perfect circle, says DC at the bottom. He's got 1 peg for the peg holes on his feet. It's very thin, very basic. And here's his collector's card. You can see we've got the Robin King sort of posed up in the forest area. Robin King, Dark Knight's Death Metal. On the back side here, a little description of him. If anyone wants to read that, go ahead and pause now. Now let's look at his hands. He has a total of 4 of them. Here's the Robin King with his first pair of hands. His right hand is a semi-open gripping hand, and his left hand is a fist. And here's his next pair of hands. These are some semi-open hands. The fingers are kind of curled. They look creepy, almost claw-like. And while not exactly accessories intended for Robin King, he also comes with Darkfather's arms. Darkfather is the Collect-A-Build figure for this wave. The arms look very good. They have almost that stone-like skin from Darkseid. It does look like single-jointed elbows here, and the nice spikes on his gauntlet. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, now let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, he's sitting at about 6.0 inches tall, which is going to translate to about 15 centimeters. And if you go to the top of the crown, about 6.7 inches tall. Now let's check out his articulation. Start with his head here. Of course, it can rotate from side to side. He can look up and down about that much. Can't tilt his head from one side to the other. Give him a good amount of personality. Shoulders on a ball joint. Goes out about 90 degrees. Up, down, around. All that good stuff. I don't believe there's a butterfly joint like most McFarlane figures. Bicep cut below that. single jointed elbow, but it goes in more than 90 degrees. His wrist here has a ball in it. Can rotate, and it's going to be hinged as well. His torso here, it's got this soft goods overlay, and there's articulation inside. It goes forward, goes back, does kind of hold those two poses a little bit. Can rotate a little bit, but it's just going to bounce right back to being straight. Legs go about this far. It is ball joint inside of there. Forward about that much. Back about that far. He has single jointed knees. I was wrong earlier when I thought they were double. And then his ankle here has a ball in it. Goes forward and back. Can rotate. Can tilt, rock. And there's toe articulation. Now let's look at his reuse. There doesn't seem to be any pieces reused from the Robin Crow. Now, as far as reuse with Damian Wayne, it is definitely 100% the same torso. You can see all the different notches in the same place. His shoulders and bicep area are the same. The forearm here is definitely completely different, as are the hands. And then going further down, their legs are the same, their knees are the same, and their shin area moving lower is different. Their boots are different as well. So, a lot of reuse, but they look considerably different. And this Robin King gives a whole nother twist to the Bruce Wayne murders. Here's a young Bruce Wayne in an alleyway, pointing guns at his parents. Normally you would have Batman and Robin overlooking the rooftops of Gotham City. But now we have the Batman Who Laughs and Robin King being an evil version of Batman and Robin about to attack the city. And here's the Robin King controlling a flock of Robin Crows. I don't know if this ever actually happened in the comics, but this was the first thing I thought of when I saw McFarlane announce Robin King. This guy's definitely going to be controlling all my Robin Crows. Now let's check him out next to some other action figures, starting off with some other McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is with the rest of this death metal Build-A-Figure Dark Father wave. Then, next to McFarlane's Damian Wayne Robin. This is the only Batman sidekick Robin they've made so far. And here he is next to all three different variations of the Robin Crow. And I actually got 10 of the Robin Crows back in the day. I thought to myself when I first saw Robin King, I finally have a leader for my pack of crows. Here are all the evil Bruce Waynes from different various Dark Multiverse, from Dark Knight's Metal and Death Metal. And here he is next to another evil Bruce Wayne. This is Omega from Last Night on Earth. Here he is in front of my entire McFarlane DC Multiverse collection, including all the variants. I have a total of 76 figures and 2 vehicles. And a little bit more of an aerial view of the entire collection, in case anything was missed. Then, next to another young Bruce Wayne figure. This is from Diamond Select Toys in their Gotham line. Now let's check him out next to some of the Robin figures. Here he is, with all my different Dick Grayson as Robin figures. Now they don't make any Jason Todd as Robin figures, but I use this variant as the Mattel DC Universe Classics Wave 10 Dick Grayson Robin as my Jason Todd. Then, next to all my different Tim Drake as Robin figures. And here, next to all my Damian Wayne Robin figures. Then, next to all my Carrie Kelly Robin figures. Now let's check him out next to some action figures from different various companies to see how he fits in both scale and style wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a McFarlane figure, they're the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the larger action figure lines I collect and work my way smaller. Here he is with some of his McFarlane Toys brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figure lines, all from McFarlane Toys, all 7-inch scale. And here he is next to some DST or Diamond Select Toys. Then, next to some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. And here, next to some NECA figures. Then, next to some Mattel wrestling figures. And here he is, next to some Mezco 1/12 cloth soft goods action figures. Then, next to some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. And here, with some Mafex figures. Then, next to some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here he is, next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. And finally, next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. Overall, this is a pretty cool figure. This is the figure I was looking forward to the most in the wave, as I really wanted a leader for my flock of crows. His accessories, nothing special there. I'm not going to use those alternate hands. I'm going to stick with these hands. His paint job and sculpt are excellent. I see no blemishes in the paint job. His sculpt is great. I really like how they handle the crown and the feathers on his shoulder. They look good and they're soft. They're not going to break. If I were to rate this guy, I think I'm going to give him a 7.5 out of 10. I'm enjoying him. It's not a necessary figure, but the fact that I had that army of Robin Crows, I needed this Robin King. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.